This is Hollywood movie scene. Yeah! This is where you get everything you need to know about traveling and as far as content creation and vlogging is concerned. These are the 10 things I wish I knew before visiting Bali. If you stay to the end of this video, I'll leave you 5 bonus tips that are very important for your security and communication while in Indonesia. If you want to get connected to cheap flights around the world, talk to us on the description section. Welcome to paradise. Before you pack your bags for Bali, here are the top things you should know before making a decision. I was in Indonesia for 32 days from December to January. Everything I'm sharing here, I experienced it firsthand. Visa requirements. Most travelers can get visa on arrival, but first, check latest rules before flying. Getting a tourist visa on arrival in Bali is not expensive. It costs around $50 and it lasts for 1 month. If you just want to extend, you can also pay to extend up to 60 days and then you can exit the country. Booking flights. This is the most important part. It is advisable for you to do your intensive research before you book a flight. Book 6 months early. It is the best idea because you can get the best deals. You should also research on the airlines because different airlines have different rates depending on the day, the month, and the time of your departure. For instance, I booked 6 months early. It was half cheaper compared to when I was to book in 2 weeks' time. And the most important thing you should understand, the day of your departure. If you watched my previous video, you saw how I missed my flight and how I was forced to book another flight 12 hours to departure. It was very expensive and it interfered with my budget. Speaking about cheaper flights, consider AirAsia. It's one of the cheapest airlines in the world and it has held this title for the past 10 good years. Money matters. Bali uses the Indonesian rupiah. And while credit cards are acceptable in many places, cash is still the king, especially in small shops and markets. Indonesia currency may differ from your country's notes. It is very confusing. So make sure before you buy something or before you give a tip, try to look at the note because you can confuse 100,000 note with a 10,000 note. Negotiate prices when you shop in local markets. I discovered that most shops and the sellers, they don't have fixed price. I once bought a soft drink from a same seller 3 different days with different prices. She even told me that a fridge drink is different from a warm drink. Same brand, same drink, same capacity, same time, same seller. Crazy. Transportation. In the most parts of Bali, there is no public transportation. So, renting a scooter or hiring a private driver is the best idea to explore the island. Rent a motorbike between $5 to $7 per day. Use a ride-hailing apps like Gojek or Grab for short trips. Accommodations. Affordable accommodation is what we are talking about right now. You can stay in hostels, guest houses, or homestays between $5 to $15 per night. Couchsurfing, Airbnb, Booking.com, or AirAsia app for budget stays. Book in advance for the best deals, especially in tourist areas. For example, in Kuta and Ubud, I stayed in a luxury Airbnb that was less than $15 per night. Speaking of cheap accommodations, if you are in Ubud, consider Capital Suri Resort or Gojek's home for the best deals, the best services. Remember, this is not a paid advert. Foods. For cheaper foods, eat at Warugu's local food stalls between $1 to $3. Try street foods like nasi goreng, mie ayam, and stay. Buy snacks and drinks from local markets instead of tourist spots. This will save your bank. Bali has plenty food. If you are not a vegetarian or a vegan like me, there is plenty seafood, chicken, and beef. The first 1 week, it was difficult for me to get vegetarian foods, but these people are so generous. If you may find them eating, they will invite you to share their meal with them. Don't say no, just join them. They will be happy to share their meal with you. Another thing you should consider, tourist traps. Be aware of tourist traps. Always double check prices and avoid overly aggressive street vendors and use reputable services from tourists and activities. Culture. Bali culture is unique and spiritual. Dress modesty. Invest in temples and always show respect to local traditions. Watch out for offerings placed on the ground. Make sure you don't step on them. Be careful when you are walking along the footpath, entrances of shops, supermarkets, and the malls, and also the entrances of homesteads. Tourist destinations. Telalang rice terraces, iconic Rush Green Rice Buddies in Ubud. Kuta Beach, famous for surfing and nightlife. Bali Swing, the Instagram famous swing overlooking the jungle. This one is very famous. I'm sure you've seen it. Maybe you don't know it is from Bali, but you must have seen it. Uluwatu Temple, a cliffside temple with a breathtaking ocean views and a famous Kekan fire dance performance. This is a traditional night dance. Monkey Forest in Ubud, a sanctuary where monkeys roam freely. Gates of Heaven, Rapayong Temple, a famous photo spot with a mountain backdrop. Pandawa Beach, breathtaking sunset. This is the last place I visited before leaving Indonesia. The best place, the wonderful sunset. The cheapest season to travel, February to May, September to November. The best discount, the best deals when there is no jam, when there is no congestion. Bonus points. Number 1, communication. Use local SIM card for cheap internet and maps. Maybe you are navigating. Delcom Cell is the cheapest choice because it has a wide coverage across the country. Bring a reusable bottle of water, but never ever drink tap water. It is also important to learn some basic words or phrases in Indonesian language. When they hear you speaking it, they will feel happy. Hello, hello. Good morning, selamat pagi. Good evening, selamat siang. How are you? Apa kabar? I'm fine. Saya baik-baik saja. Thank you, terima kasih, delicious, lezat. Another bonus tip: scams to avoid. When using taxis as a means of transport, always negotiate the price first before settling off. Some drivers may also change the prices of a judge. Always rely on online booking. It is cheaper and transparent. You can use Gojek or Grab for security reasons. If anything happens to you, you can be able to trace from the company. An official money changer offers the highest rates, but use a sleight of hand to shortchange you. Be careful. In my next video, I'll intensively share 10 scams to avoid in Bali. I will also give the 5 bonus tips. Above all, Bali is the safest place to visit, even the solo and female travelers. I met many female friends who are traveling solo, like Jessica from Germany and Hannah from China. I was also a solo traveler. So Bali is the safest place to travel to in 2025. Thank you for watching. My name is Clifson. The streets calls me freedom. And as always, remember, spread love. If you just want to check some of my videos in Bali, check this video. You'll also check this video. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful time wherever you're watching from. Thank you. See you tomorrow.